Hello, hello, how you guys doing? What's up, D? What's up, Jacqueline? Thank you for being here. What's up, WJ? What's up, Amanda? What's up, Patricia? Hello, Katrina and Sandra. What's up, 𝗧𝗔𝗦𝗏𝗘𝗕𝗥𝗢𝗡? What's up, Jerry and Roxanne? Great to see you. What's up, Braden? Honored to have you here, Jacqueline. Absolutely. We'll give it a fair chance for everybody to get in here, and we'll absolutely have you on that list to get a read. What's up, Lakeisha? What's up, Jill? What's up, Patricia? Alright, let me go ahead and make a little more room for myself. I'm doing great, Lakeisha. How are you doing? So last night, we left off with 3 people, 3 super chatters. So before we start anybody today, those are going to be the ones we finish. What's up, Brenton? What's up, Quinny? Crystal. Oh, I forgot to show you. Today's tarot deck I chose for our live is the Magicians, Martyrs, and Madmen. I love this one. This is like when I feel really called to like spiritual alchemy readings and etc. This is the one I like to use. And then of course our Oracle deck is always the handy dandy Boxer's Oracle. And it looks like I have a random animal card in here. Oh, so it's not an animal, it's actually a plant, 𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗧. Interesting. A lot of you are looking more, I feel like a lot of you here, it's going to be a health related reading, actually. But we'll get into that in just a moment. What's up, Jane? What's up, V? Hey, Kanika. Hello, Tess and Deb. I always have incense in a candle going. You guys just can't see all of it, but I always have both. What's up, Patricia? How are you doing? So we'll go ahead and start explaining the dynamic of the live, and we'll get right into it. You have 3 options when it comes to getting a reading with me on a live, okay? The first one is where it's completely free. You don't have to super chat. You don't have to be a member. You just sit here, chill, and vibe with us. And I ask you to put 3 things in your question for me. Please put your name, put your zodiac sign, and a yes/no question. So an example will be, is this my soulmate? If you were to ask something else, it would be more like for a general pull, that would be something more along the lines of, what does Spirit want me to know right now? Is there anything Spirit is calling me to do specifically? If you ask questions like that, that's not considered a yes/no reading, okay? The second option you have is you can go ahead and super chat. So super chatting is where you go ahead and you decide a certain amount of an exchange you want to send to a creator. If you click on your screen and you look at the bottom right corner, I believe there's like a little symbol there, like a coin symbol. You click on that and then it shows you how to do a super chat. I have created a grid breakdown for an energy compensation both ways. Basically, if you click on your screen and you open up the description of this live, you're going to see a grid I created that basically the amount that the person wants to go ahead and send me in a super chat, I'm going to equal guaranteeing a certain amount of cards and a certain amount of minutes I spend on their reading. The third option, and also those are the people who are allowed to ask for general pulls. They don't have to ask a yes/no question. They can ask really anything else. And then the last option, but definitely not leastly, is the membership. So if you're part of the membership team, being a subscriber and being a member are two different things. Subscriber is the general thing, you're probably all here with me, but a member is when you do a monthly subscription to specific creators for their exclusive content and exclusive benefits. So my members, they receive prioritized readings, and they also on top of that receive the ability to ask for general pulls. And then there's a bunch of benefits outside of the live as well, like you get extra videos every single week. If you're called to join the membership, you also should just be able to click on your screen and there should be an option for you to go there. But if you, on a live, join the membership team, I get a notification. So on top of everything we just stated, as a thank you and a welcome into the membership team, I go ahead and I give you a Law of Attraction card pool. Anything I just stated that you'd like a refresher on, if you click on the screen, you'll see the description of the live pull up. Also, I have some amazing moderators in here who throughout the dynamic will be able to refresh you guys as well. Today, we're going to be here anywhere between like an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. We'll have two groups of super chatters, and we'll start with these people we left off from last night. Then we'll do about 20 to 30 minutes of free people and go from there, okay? All right, perfect. All right, so yesterday we left off with Krista T. Simmons, and she became a member. Thank you for that. Let's go ahead and give her that Law of Attraction card. What does Spirit want you to know right now about your Law of Attraction? Okay, so there's a lot of mixed feelings. There could be a masculine that you're having a hard time speaking up to. Okay, I see you. I think you freed yourself from a dynamic where you're starting to wonder if you made the right decision. Spirit's saying you absolutely did. It would have been a cycle repeat. The only way to change and have that new page actually turn was seeing what is not fitting anymore. You see, the person was not who they were in the beginning of your relationship. As soon as they felt that they had you under their control, instantly there was a change of direction. You actually have the true beginning now. All that's happening is your mind, your ego is starting to feel fear because this is the longest you've been without this person and nothing new has came yet. But that's because you've been working on yourself. You're not supposed to have somebody right after you release these types of toxic dynamics. But Spirit says don't give up on love. Don't go backwards. Don't think you've made some wrong decisions, that you're going to be alone forever. No, you're just doing the work. So allow more time to formulate. But your Law of Attraction in love is not low vibrational. It's probably something you thought was low vibrational, but it's not. A lot of these cards, which normally doesn't happen, were slipped the other way. facing the other way. Interesting. We'll see how that all connects. The word slipped is going to mean something later in this reading. Okay. Perfect. Well, interesting that the Wheel of Fortune was one of the ones that were flipped up like that. And then we actually have we have a animal card in there too. It's a dragon. Dragons in my readings are all about courage and sticking up. Okay, I know exactly what collective, based off of all the personal readings today we're doing. I'll let you guys know as we go from there. All right, next person I left off with last night was I am Megan. She asked for a general card pull. Absolutely, we got you. What is Megan supposed to know right now? Okay, so there's a karmic love connection that you've really gone to that point where you're like, I think that I have to let go. I can't keep brushing these blatant facts and signs from spirit. It's not just the signs. It's not just what other people are saying. It's a combination of your own intuition, the synchronicities, and then people you really trust being like, you gotta let this go. And it's hard because for so long you thought this person was your divine counterpart, and they're not. This is what I consider the false divine. We all have one. They're really important along the journey, but there's somebody that actually a lot of toxic stuff kind of happens with. So Spirit's wanting you to pursue love forward. You are correct that your energy can only be reclaimed by allowing this karmic cycle and cord continue to be pulled. Right. And then last night we left off on was they adore Maya. That's her username. All right, and you wanted a general pull as well. They adore Amaya wanted a general pull. All right, what do we got for her? All right, so right now you're wondering if you're attracting in like a masculine who is one with their emotions, because something you've told the universe is, I can no longer have somebody that is always just giving me the cold shoulder as soon as I need love and validation. You're not going to have a wish fulfillment relationship with somebody who isn't willing to hear your needs, your wants, your desires. You know, nobody is the perfect partner. Like, everybody has somebody else that will be their forever perfect partner. And just because some people are like, your emotions are too much for me, doesn't mean that they actually are for everybody. Like, that it is to the universe. It's just that specific person. But sometimes we can take it so personal and forget about the rest. What I'm hearing is that you've escaped quite a few of dynamics that wouldn't have been able to bring you wish fulfillment. And what you're telling the universe is to bring you the exact opposite of those connections. You're setting demands, and Spirit likes that. Okay, Spirit doesn't want you to feel like you have to bow down and be afraid of it. No, it wants you to talk in a way of respect, but confidence, and demanding your highest timeline. It's not being passive. Receiving your highest timeline is mixing a balance, and you're doing it. You're commanding what you know you're deserving of. And Spirit's giving you the deep confirmation that you should continue forward. Also, guys, right now I'm collecting the super chatters. So if anybody's been waiting the super chat, you're more than welcome to go ahead and do that. I'm actually gonna cut off the first group of super chatters in like 30 minutes. Okay. Let's see. Also, please like the live, guys. If I'm helping you out, it helps me out deeply. So that was it for who I left off with last night. And what we'll do now is go into about 30 minutes of free people, okay? So right now, let's see. 9 Okay. That's when we'll go to that point. All right, you guys can go ahead. The live readings have resumed. Go ahead and make sure you put your name, your zodiac, and a yes/no question. Am I doing a cleansing for someone? I'm not doing I don't have salt out. I'm not doing a cleansing. This is just my normal flow of utilizing the fire element in my readings. Okay, Jacqueline, you're a Libra, and you'd like to know, is your heart on the right path? Is your heart on the right path? Let's see. Okay, absolutely you're on the right path. I see that you're telling the universe you are more than willing to fill another's cup. There's enough abundance to go around. There's no selfish desires in this connection. You're absolutely on the right path with love. Spirit is deeply letting you know. It's almost like an orange, but like not like a dark orange, a sunset orange that is promoted between your auras. It's like you blend. You don't turn into a whole other color. You blend together. This is really cool. One of your auras is more of I'm hearing like a yellow going on orange, and another one is more red. And it's like when I see you and this person mixed together, it's just a blend. One does not overpower the other. It's so balanced and beautiful and calm, comforting. So continue forward. You're doing great. All right. All right, Alicia, you're an Aquarius and you would like to know, you're a Pisces and you'd like to know the Aquarius's current feelings for you. Got you. All right, so what are this Aquarius's feelings for you? He knows he's being stagnant. He knows it's the one in his place. Okay, this person definitely has a lot of feelings for you. Spirit's promoting this connection to not be brushed under the rug. It needs to be faced. It's not going to be much longer. Something about 10 to 15 days with you. There's going to be a big development in about 10 to 15 days with this connection. Use salt and white candles for energy healing? Yeah, absolutely. Right now I've been working on like an intention project where I've been burning a bunch of different colors. But yes, like utilizing sea salt and 𝗧𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 salt also as well is something I've been doing recently. I used to just only use really like normal sea salt, but there's actually crazy benefits with depending on the reason you're utilizing it for. If you actually use pink Himalayan salt instead. All right, let's see. Baby, your name is Brittany. You're a Pisces. Thank you for being here. And you would like to know, are you with the right person? Are you with a soulmate? Or is this a karmic connection? Is this something that it's time to let go of? I see that you're definitely in a connection that's overcoming both of you. I see it. Both of you have overcame your own. You both have abandonment issues and speaking up as well. Okay. You're just in a state of safety together. See, you have been used to love that's explosive and can even be demanding. And for a very long time, that's what your ego, 𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧, registered as passion. When in reality, it was trauma. And now you're in a dynamic where there's safety, but your body is registering as boredom. And you're starting to wonder if you're really happy here. There's definitely a migration that you are dealing with, but what I'm hearing is it's just that ego taking time to reset and see its new surroundings. Spirit's definitely saying you're in a soulmate connection. I mean, you're still in the beginning stages for sure, but allow yourself to not just instantly go to the conclusion that there's not like actual intensity between you, because it's not like the other connections. All right. Janisha, thank you for being a member. All right. Let's go ahead and give you your card pool. You're a Cancer, and you'd like to know if 𝗟𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧 is the one for you. You guys are in no contact right now. I'm always here for you. It looks like right now, you know, I see the side of him that you are deeply attracted to, and that's a great side about him. But just as nice and caring in moments he can be, it feels like that dark. It's not the example of just as nice and loving as he can be, he's dark. To be quite frank, it feels like his dark's like 2 times multiplied than from the times he's kind and sincere, and it being like authentic. You know, this connection, this person knows how to get the best reactions and the worst reactions out of you. I would definitely state that they're telling you to move forward from this. The no contact is divine intervention for you. Oh, is Super Chat been freezing up for you guys? Oh, okay. Well, I think some people, it just started working. I'm seeing them come through now, and I just saw a couple people saying that it was freezing up. I got you guys. All right, Sandra. Thank you for being here. You're an Aries, and you would like to know, what are your plans for the future? What are your plans for the future? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it because I got that far without the realization. Sandra and other people here listening who are here for the free readings, it is only yes/no questions. A question like that, I'm now going into like, I'm pulling a lot more of my energy versus if you would ask me something specifically that I can get right to the point for you and move on to another person. That's why people who do an energy exchange with me, like the super chatting or a member, those are the ones that I will go ahead and do that general energy with. So I called your name for a reason, but please know in the future that that's what needs to be followed. And I'm going to make it a little more specific, based off your career is what I'm being called to do. All right. So where is Spirit calling you to go? I mean, I know that's not a yes/no question either, but that's what they're telling me to say. So it must be the thing on your mind. Where are they going to go? And I'm deeply appreciative of everybody here, but please, guys, follow the rules, because I hate when I'm like scrolling through and I find that person, my energy, like I'm like, okay, aligned, and then I'm all in it and I get to the question and I'm like, because I don't look at the question first, I look at the name. So please just make sure you guys do that yes/no question. I really appreciate it. Where are they calling her to go? Well, you are being called to either stay in somewhere that's very traditional, almost dry. I just feel like you're used to a dry area. It doesn't have to be necessarily like a it feels like somewhere like Arizona. Okay, it feels somewhere around this, like it's a hustle and bustle. It's not in the middle of nowhere, but there's just something so dry. And the area, there's a lot of opportunities, but it's just something you don't feel like you're supposed to be there anymore. You want to see green, you want to see open waters is what I'm hearing, okay? So it's about investing into the future. You are being called to start manifesting. You want to be somewhere overseas, or at least to where it takes going over a huge body of water to land in your new beginning. I am definitely hearing spirit state that you are correct. You must start investing now, okay? It's not going to happen overnight. You do need more, not only energy, time, but financial abundance as well before you can do this. But the area you are supposed to take off from it. It's always going to be home, but it's not where you're meant to stay forever. All right. And then let's go ahead. All right, Faith on Wheels. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a subscriber. Or thank you for being a member. Let's go ahead and give you a general pull. I feel called to go ahead and switch to Oracle. Let's see. Okay, ruthless behavior with that heavy-hitting word. I mean, you're just as sweet as you can be venomous, is what I'm hearing. Somebody feels intimidated by you. Like they don't feel that they can come in. There was some fight between you and an individual you really care about. Maybe it wasn't necessarily romantic, but there's somebody that it feels like you really hurt them. And you remember, I'm here for you, okay? If the message that you're needing to know so intensely has to do with your actions to another person, it's just as important as when we're talking about somebody's actions to you. You need to remember that balance. I hear in the most like big brother loving way possible, you're really defensive and it can get in the way. You know, it's not for nothing. You're not dramatic. You're not over dramatic. You have trauma. There is a reason for why you are the way you are. But my friend, it is hindering love and more than romance, friendships, your self-trust, being able to speak up at work. You're a great person. And when you open your heart, again, you open your heart. But there maybe is some people right now that you could be holding almost a grudge energy without realizing it. It's just you trying to protect yourself. But the biggest thing they're wanting to know is there's definitely one person that feels very afraid to speak up to you, that wants to, and Spirit is saying they're part of your highest timeline. And it does feel like somebody that you would state is like either younger minded than you or younger than you. And it feels like it could be like a form of a sister, a little cousin, maybe a best friend. But there's definitely somebody Spirit's kind of telling you should reach out to. And be like, you know what? I know you didn't mean it that way. It triggers something in me. But I would like for us just to be able to get over this and go forward. All right. Let's see. Hello, Crystal. How you doing? Good to see you here. You're an Aquarius. And you would like to know, are you in the right field for work? Are you in the right field for work? You've caught yourself. Caught yourself. Light features, details. So you did a big jump. You did a big leap of faith. You were in a career that probably was pretty, it was steady. it was something that is reliable, and it was the probably best paying job you'd had up to that point in your life, but you were not fulfilled. And you made a big choice, you made a big leap, and you're wondering, is spirit going to catch you? And they are. This is confidence. You absolutely are in the right field. Okay, Karen. You'd like to know, will you and Jay meet in real life? You're an Aries and he's a Leo. And you've been in no contact for about 2 years, it looks like. A little bit. Interesting. Organize that schedule, look at the heavy, demanding details. Something about 2026. I see reconciliation in 2026 with you too. And I know it may sound long, but if you really think about it, we're like what, 6 months and 2 weeks until the end of the year, etc. It's not going to be that much longer. That it looks like both of you have a little more work meshing into new. Okay, both of you are going to have a pretty big change with either finances, but this isn't in a bad regard. It just seems like for him, maybe there's been some type of move, and it was a smart move, but it's just taken a little bit extra time and investment to get back to where he was. And for you, it feels like there's a surprise coming. It feels like there is like a greater responsibility, but with that, a pay compensation as well. What's up, Will? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a G Fuel cup. I have so many of them. They're phenomenal. They have like collector edition boxes, and it's like it's titanium, aluminum. You know what I'm trying to say. All right. Let's see, Mickey, 10-5-87. Your name is Crystal. You're a Libra, and you would also like a general card pull. Absolutely. That new beginning. Physical equipment, seeing yourself outwardly. I'm seeing that you're looking at some of your own reactions and answers to others in a reflection. Not meaning like you're this mean, horrible person at all. But you're kind of looking at things like, hey, could that have been taken in a way I didn't mean? Sometimes the best thing we can do in confrontations or misunderstandings is, even though if you know totally you didn't mean anything bad by what you said, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't fix anything. Hyper-focusing on what you think. You establish that with yourself, okay? But now that I know they're not in my head, I need to look at how my presentation could have been seen, especially if somebody's not in the right state of mind, if they're already on hyper defense. How could some of my actions been perceived in a way I didn't mean? And then you start listening to each other, and you're not brushing what they're feeling on the rug just because of what you know you meant. This is great. You know, I see you're in dynamics, you're in friendships where you're allowing yourself to meet the level of communication you wish others give to you. Continue up the good work. Let's see. What's up, Lucas? Thank you for being a member. You'd like to know, should you return to, you're a Leo, and you'd like to know, should you return to repairing boots for a living? Or boats, sorry. Should you return to repairing boats? Well, what I'm hearing is you would be returning with the mindset of not staying there again. It looks like somebody close to you, or this even could just come down to domestication, like things you learned growing up, is telling you to go backwards. But it's not trusted advice. You know, your dream, what's happening is things aren't going probably exactly the way you thought. And now fear, what ifs, the parasite, the ego, and others' voices are saying maybe you should go back. But Spirit's saying to go forward. If it's only because things just haven't gotten off or you haven't received that job just yet, Spirit just feels like there is something of organic growth about to happen. Don't go ahead and take all these steps backwards just because fear is what's making you think something's going to happen. All right. All right, Amy, your name is 𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧. You're a Leo, and you'd like to know, does Roberto feel... Okay. Amy, you didn't follow the instructions. It's a yes/no question. So if you go ahead and you rechange your question, and I see your name again, I'll go ahead and give you that reading, okay? Scroll up. Scrolling back up more. Let's see. All right, Jessica Kristen. Jessica Christine, you're Libra, and you'd like to know, should you separate from your relationship? The feelings you're getting lately are off. You just can't pinpoint it. Okay. Should you go ahead and let this through your relationship go? Feels like you guys are going through growing pains. Something's been full sent. It's not a divine intervention. It feels like you guys have hit a bump where, like, the fireworks time frame's kind of given out, and there's not really a sense of excitement. It's not that anything bad has happened, but it's not really anything good in a while has happened either. It's just been kind of mundane. And at this point, you have to find the spark again. You have to make things, you have to make things special. The most mundane things will still feel special, but the mindset of that you're going to find something else outside of this that's going to bring you back that, like, firework, intense, exciting, passionate moments for the entire relationship, that's not going to be found anywhere, because that is just that's the motivation, the pre-workout effect time of relationships. But motivation comes and goes, consistency stays. See, you've hit that dynamic now where you're going to see if you guys can really stick through anything and continue to choose each other every day. I mean, the choice is always yours, but Spirit's definitely stating, if it's just because you feel bored, if it's just because you're wondering if something else is out there, it really feels like you're just going through growing pain time. All right. Go ahead and take a drink. Alright. I will have an after stream, guys, tonight as well, over on Twitch and TikTok, but I'll talk about it more at the end of our stream. Let's see. I got about 10 minutes before I do I got about 10 minutes before I do the first cut for the super chatters, guys. So if you're wanting to get on group 1 for super chatters, you got 10 minutes. Right at 10:30 is where 10:30 p.m. Eastern time is where the first group of super chatters will be cut off. Okay. Let's see. All right, I help you, brother. All right, Brenna, you're a Libra, and you'd like to know, are you on the right path? I didn't even take a drink. It's okay. I'll do it in a second. Are you on the right path? You're working very hard is what I'm hearing. You're absolutely on the right path, but you're expecting, I'm hearing you're expecting, I mean, you got to keep the same work you're doing. What I'm hearing is you are correct about the amount of work you're needing to keep up with. You're doing it correct. There is really no time to have distractions. Looks like you got a lot of responsibilities going on right now, but there's something still about resting. You're right that you don't have the ability to really exert a lot of time with others, but you shouldn't be going and doing nothing. You need a balance. Spirit's guiding you to do something like this weekend or this upcoming week, even if it's just one day, even if it's just half a day, where you go out and you don't think about the work you have to do. Okay, but also when you get back, there needs to be a lot more focus on sleep. And if it's hard for you to get to sleep, you need to try different types of, like, depending on your health and you know what's good for you, different types of supplements. Some people, melatonin works for them. Personally, it does not work for me. It gives me night terrors, and a lot of people also it does. But if you've never tried melatonin, look into it. Personally, I like to use reishi mushroom extract, and that's a non-psychoactive mushroom. It just helps with relaxation and being able to go to sleep. There's also CBD, a vast amount of more things that you can look into. You can drink chamomile tea, but there is definitely this sense of if things haven't been working the way you're doing them, let's go ahead and we got to find something. You got to think out of the box, but I heard a lot of you here. I heard this was going to be, see, the first card I pulled for the entire stream was 𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗧, and that doesn't necessarily mean for everybody they're going to start using that plant or like drinking that stuff, but it's a sign that a lot of you here are being called to holistic medicine, and this is true. Of course, always remember the importance, the balance of westernized medicine and holistic, but a lot of you here are going to be able to do self-healing. Kelly writes, you're a Scorpio and you like to know, he is a Pisces, and would you be able to live together? Will you guys be able to live together? Putting equipment and time into each other, knowing the time and balance, though. I do see you being able to still put more time and effort into this. You guys have never owned anything together, have you? Like shared like an apartment or a lease, etc. It feels like it's a future investment where you'll be moving into the same home. You guys are on a timeline right now of fixing things, but they don't want you to run fast into this. I mean, there's road work. There's still time for both of you to be on your own individual road trips to meet up at the same place and take the trailer together. All right. Okay, Jacqueline, you're a Virgo and you'd like to know, should you fully let go of Lewis? He's a Capricorn. Should you fully let go of Lewis? Yeah, Spirit is definitely saying you are correct that this person, they're a karmic cycle. That doesn't mean they didn't serve a purpose. They absolutely did, but at this point, there's nothing more to learn. It's just about that ego having to experience the pain of knowing this really was the last time. You're going to fight that part of you, but you were completely correct that you are supposed to go forward. And you need to be embracing the realisticness that there's going to be times you want to cave, but you have to remember to overpower it. All right. Brittany Hall, you're an Aries, and you'd like to know, is Jesse going to reach out to you? Is Jesse going to reach out to you? Yeah, it's not over yet. I do see that this person's going to be able to reach out to you. They're gelling their life together a little more right now. What I hear is they've figured out the strength they need. Okay, so take this as the visual representation. They got the glue, and they have filled it in, okay? But this glue, it's liquid, and it's new, and it's going to take time to harden before they're able to really get up and be able to go forward with the next piece of their project. Even though the glue's there, if it doesn't take more time to become strong, it doesn't matter, and in fact, it'll make more of a mess. That is the time frame he's in right now. You allow him to come forward, this will be redemption. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Anisha, you're a Taurus, and you'd like to know, will you get a better paying job soon? Are you going to get a better paying job soon? First round press conference. Yeah, you absolutely are. You absolutely are. I'm hearing there may be a crossover period. So you're going to receive a job where you're normally probably the type of person that wants to do a 2-week notice, but they'll probably tell you they want to hire you right away. And Spirit says, don't let the inner dilemma of being like, oh, I my professionalism, I need to make sure that I would, go ahead and do this the right way. This job, most places aren't going to give you a 2-week notice if they're firing you. You got to look out for yourself. And what I'm hearing is, yeah, you're going to get this. Don't let the first one, the incorrect moral compass, aka the moral compass that's only driven by ego, stop you from this new beginning. Right. All right. All right. Xena, you're a Leo. And you would like to know, is buying a home the right choice for you right now? Is buying a home the right choice for you right now? No. Okay. What I'm hearing is there's going to be, it'll be far better for you to take at least 7 months before you invest into this. I'm also hearing, do not buy a house that was made after 2017, okay? I don't know anything about being a realtor, building a home, and this is a bit of intuition mixed also with spirit's guidance, and then also on top of that, a little bit of research I've been able to do regarding home buying right now. Mixing that all together, I'm hearing that, well, number one, the area you're wanting to move in, they're already telling me that you're settling. You're just getting to a point where you're tired of where you are, and you're like, maybe this is the best, or maybe I can just go ahead and go a little bit above my budget, and it's just gonna bite you in the foot. Okay, even for your specific area, the home that's really gonna be like where you have a wish fulfillment and it's still in your budget, you got like 7 months till it's even put on the market. Okay, Interesting. May even be, yes, very interesting. I hear that within, this is an interesting way of saying it, but it's important enough. So you're not going to find this house until it's been listed for about 3 months. Okay, and please follow what I'm about to say because it's very specific and I don't want it to be confusing. You're going to find this house in 7 months, okay? You are going to find it in 7 months organically. But it looks like when you find it in 7 months, a deeper confirmation for you is you're going to see it was listed 3 months ago. And the reason it was put right back on is because there was a sale that got dropped. And that's why you couldn't find it before. Okay, that's very specific to you. And on top of everything that was just a channel message, here's the part where it's just from research. Houses made after 2017, they're cutting corners. They're not strong like they used to be. They're cutting corners. So just on that aspect as well, when you do find a house, make sure you're getting something with sturdy bones, okay? All right, so that is the cutoff for the first group of super chatters. I'm going to go ahead and list everybody that has since this moment, and we'll get into the first group, okay? All right. Number 1. All right. Our number 1 today is Jill B. Got you. Number 2 today is 𝗪𝗓𝗦𝗃𝗀. Got you. All right, number 3 is Divinity. Got you. Number 4, that's Baby. Or 𝗵𝗑𝗪𝗘𝗑𝗕𝗏. All right. Number 5 is Jessica. Perfect. Scroll down. All right. Number 6 is Christina. And right, got you. Number 7, that's Roxanne. Thank you for going ahead and gifting the 5 memberships. If any of you here just got gifted a random membership, it was from Roxanne. You should say thank you. I'll give you that law of attraction pool. All right, number 8, Alvin. Amazing. All right. That's the first group of super chatters. Anybody after this point, you'll get put onto group 2, which is going to be the final group, okay? And what I like for you to do, if you're one of the super chatters up to this point, I'm going to go ahead and just say the names over again with the number associated. Pay attention to the number we're on, and you'll know when we get to your reading. Number 1, Jill B. Number 2, 𝗪𝗓𝗦𝗃𝗀. Number 3, Divinity. Number 4, 𝗵𝗑𝗪𝗘𝗑𝗏. Number 5, Jessica. Number 6, Christina. Number 7, Roxanne. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, number 8, Alvin. All right. Go ahead. Put that back down. And then let me go ahead and take a drink this time, actually. Thank you guys for liking the live. It helps me deeply. If we can, let's try to get it to over 100 likes. We're at 70 likes right now, and all you gotta do is tap your screen. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Starting back up with Jill B. You are a Gemini. And you are a member. Thank you deeply. let's go ahead and give you a general card pull. You're like, I have a lot of illustration in my life right now, and I'm ready for stability within that. This is beautiful. You're seeing all the colors. Okay, you forgot how bright the world really was. What I'm seeing right now is you're somebody that, even though you were out, everything was looking dingy. It's crazy how our mind, literally the way we see the world, changes as we do this inner growth, and how it reflects in our existence. Lights and colors really are brighter for you. Okay, Spirit, they're letting you know that because you found that light again, that inspiration within yourself, and something's exploding in your love life in the best way. It's coming in. Stability, friendship, commitment, all wrapped up in one person, as it should be. You see, your divine, your lover, should be your best friend. And this is phenomenal. You have love entering your life in 2025. All right. Nikki Minko, hello. You're a Capricorn, and you like to know, there's a lot of things on your head, but just a general pull, I got you. Right now, you wish that, so there's either like a big brother or a father figure, even somebody just as close to you, maybe even an uncle, but there's somebody that passed away. And right now, if there was like anybody you would go to for advice, help, it's them, and you feel alone, you know you can call, you can call out to them, but it's not the same as hearing their actual words in this moment. You're really, a big thing is about a next investment you're wanting to take. It does feel like an emotional investment. You don't know what to do because you're really, you're pulled. You love somebody. That has nothing to do with this past loved one. It's somebody you would go to. The relationship you would go to this person to ask for advice. They're the only one you feel wouldn't say it from a place of like a vain heart. It would be like, it would be taking in the reason for your passion. It wouldn't be just throwing away your emotions and only focusing on the stability part. I'm seeing right now how your family has worked and programmed you, and you've really done a lot of work to undo that. The biggest thing Spirit's wanting you to know, this individual, they're like, look at all the time and energy this person puts into you versus anybody else you've been with. It doesn't matter what they think. They don't know what's best for you. Okay, you have a love that's definitely, it's bringing abundance. Somebody you didn't give up on. A lot of people would have uprooted by now. And it's not that you've put your life on pause for them. You just had unconditional faith, but you're getting to that point where you're like, am I an afterthought? Am I brushed under the rug? Is this actually going to happen? And Spirit says, don't give up. Just remember those healthy boundaries you have been able to set when they come in. A lot of self-control you've gone into. All right. Number 3, guys. We're on number 3. And that is Divinity. I feel called to switch back to Tarot for you, Divinity. All right. You'd like a general pull as well. Let's see what we got for you. Okay, so there is definitely someone that wants to meet you halfway. Come to an agreement. This feels like an emotional setting, but it's not romantic. So this has to do with like familial love. There could have been a conflict of interest recently with somebody you care about. It looks like there's just 2 people that want things to be cordial for you. And this is good. What I'm hearing is for them, your peace is worth moments of uncomfortable. Okay, so this feels like it's a lover attached to you, probably with family members or with friends, but both parties are being called to stay in your life. They're not fighting against each other. They're not trying to pin you against each other. They just come from 2 very, very, very different walks of life. And that's really all you can ask people to do. It's like honor the truth. Even though I don't like you, doesn't mean you're a bad partner to my friend, right? I can see you're a good partner, but I don't like your personality. I don't like the way that your humor is, whatever. A real person's going to be able to separate, a real controlled and balanced person's going to be able to separate, no, I don't like you and you're a bad person, versus I don't like you but you're still a good individual. Allow yourself to have peace and know that I really do see a cordial gathering. If this is somebody you're worried about bringing into your life, or you have a love that you're trying to think about introducing to your friends, your family, etc., they're definitely stating, don't pause your life. This is a big step. Don't pause this step because you're afraid of what could happen. The thing about it at the end of the day is you will see if both of them truly care the way they state they do about your happiness and can put their ego aside. They're going to both continuously show you they can actually work through their differences and see the other person's side. Okay, this is really emotional. I'm gonna continue forward from here, okay? But what I can tell you is whoever these two people are, because it feels like it's two specific family members, they have their own kind of like platonic sense karma with each other. They have past lives. They're all connected for a reason, and it feels like there's just this energy between them that's going to be like, I don't know why I don't like you, but I don't. And there's their own kind of karmic cycle they're going to go through with each other. It feels almost like brothers, like they could have been brothers in a past life. Okay? But don't overlook into that. What happens is they actually will heal this in a way without ever talking about it. You'll just see throughout time them being able to really more than just cohabitate, coexist. They'll actually have more than 2 to 5 minutes of enjoying being together and then remembering their differences. Okay? Okay. 𝗧𝗦𝗘. Okay, we're going to go back to tarot for you, or oracle. All right, you're a Pisces, and you'd like to know, is your person's temper issue? Pisces, is my person's temper an issue? Do they have anger issues? Was this a moment? Because I'm hearing maybe like for the first time you saw another side of them, and you're like, oh, is this something like peeking out, or was this just a really stressful and triggering situation for them, or is this really kind of like a truth, a mask coming off? Recovery. Okay, I'm hearing they're really fucking stressed right now. I am not giving an excuse at all. We're giving an understandance. This is not they don't have this big mask on, and they're actually like a deep manipulator. I'm hearing they literally are not allowing themselves to recover at all. They're going from burnout energy to when they're supposed to recover. I feel like they can't even sleep. And so there's a lot on their mind. And it looks like just a bunch of stuff in their head that they don't talk to you about was right here. And something you said, something you both could have had a misunderstanding about, just sent everything off. Now, I do hear an apology. I do hear someone coming back and saying, you know what, I know I need to work on this about me, but I'm just so fucking stressed. I don't want to stress you out, so I don't tell you about it, but then I end up stressing you out at the end. And I'm doing what I can, but I'm tired. And it's a hard time for a lot of people right now. Don't let the outside world cloud your ability to be tango partners, okay? It does look like there's complete resolution. All right, Jessica. Should you separate from your fear relate? Okay. Jessica, I remember I actually answered this for you. Yeah, you asked this question already and I answered it for you. So I don't want to discredit the fact that you sent your energy exchange. So I'll just do a general pull for this, okay? And if for any reason you missed that answer I gave, you can scroll back in the live and watch it. Also, after the live is completed, it does upload itself. But I'm going to go ahead and just give you a general card pull, Jessica, okay? All right, so what does Spirit want you to know regarding inner self-guidance? Right now, you've really been fostering mindfulness. You've been looking inwards. Spirit says you need to let yourself a little more loose, not see needing to keep your desires in a cage. Okay, there's a difference between going cold turkey with something and then full force spending all your time. I'm hearing there's something that used to bring you a lot of relaxation that you're kind of punishing yourself, not letting yourself do it at all anymore. But in reality, it's a balance. There's a lot of self-love that comes from doing this. It's a hobby, etc. That maybe it's like, oh, I spent too much time playing video games. Maybe I spent too much time at the gym, or maybe I spent too much time working on makeup. I don't know. Just something that really brought you a lot of peace, but also it looks like for a while maybe you were just clouding yourself with it. Okay, so they don't want you to go cold turkey. They want you to give yourself a little more benefit of the doubt, more credit, and allow yourself to have a good time getting back into a balance with this form of relaxation. All right, Roxanne, thank you for sending those 5 memberships. Let's get you a Law of Attraction card. All right, what is Roxanne's Law of Attraction currently? All right, you're promoting going forward. You're allowing yourself to see the difference between when Parasite wants you to do something. You know, you're listening to the calls. You're staying calm under the deepest amounts of pressure. I mean, your Law of Attraction is extremely high vibrational. They're wanting you to know their acts of courage, the acts of letting the elephant in the room be talked about that you've done recently have not been in vain. People are just people are starting to rewrite the way they've been looking at things, and they're hearing your words in a different form. So continue to speak, hearing that. Are you writing a speech? Because I'm hearing you actually like restating something you're writing down. You're gonna, okay, I need to continue forward. But your Law of Attraction is high vibrational. You have a lot of people that are going to hear what you have to say. That was kind of a self-guidance and a love reading mixed into one a bit. So that's good. All right, next person, Alvin. General card pull for you, absolutely. What we got for Alvin? So Spirit's really proud of you for not hyper-focusing on the main event anymore. You know, we're human. We're going to have our moments when we continue to question if I'm making the right choices, if this is really coming together. But Spirit's proud of you for the amount of effort you've done not over-focusing on this connection. You're still on the right timeline. It's still coming together. And you don't have to wonder every day if you've done one little thing to shift the timeline. Remember, Law of Attraction, that is not a tally game. It's a percentage. It's a pie chart. Today was excellent. Tomorrow, you continue to do your best. And your best looks different every day. As long as you're doing your best to be a positive force, do the learning, embrace the lessons of that day like a sponge, not trying to speed through life, you're good. You're solid. So, you're doing great. Continue these inner self-love guidance steps. All right, that was it for the first group of super chatters. I'm going to go ahead now and start formulating that next group. But we will make sure to do about 15 to 20 minutes of free people before we get into that first group of super chatters, okay? And we will be having an after stream tonight. I'll talk more about it at the end of the stream, so make sure you stick until then to hear. All right. So, number 1 on our round 2 for Super Chatters this stream is Chantel. You are number 1. All right, number 2, L3. All right. And then Chantel, I see you have 2 questions. Absolutely. I will do those separately in the order they're received, just so you're aware. So, perfect. Got it. All right, so Chantel, your question 1 and 3. L3, your 2. That's what we have so far for that group of Super Chatters. We're going to do 20 more minutes of free people now. And in this 20 minutes is the last... it's the last 20 minutes you can get on the list to be a Super Chatter, where your answer is 1000% guaranteed tonight. Okay? 20 more minutes. So we will be going until 11:10 p.m. 11:10 p.m. is the cutoff, guys, for Super Chatters. 11:10 p.m. All right. Christina, you did not get skips. Okay, you were number 6. You were number 6. Okay, and there was 8 of you in the first group. So if you right now go back and roll, probably I would say anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes before right now, that's where your reading's going to be, okay? Yes, Christina, you got called, okay? Make sure it's the same Christina. Yeah, Christina Rodriguez, you did. All right. Dope. All right, we're resuming free live readings right now. Make sure you put your name, make sure you put your zodiac sign, and a yes/no question, okay? All right, I'll scroll up a bit. Alicia or Alice, please make sure you put your zodiac sign as well. I don't answer questions regarding children, so please also change your question, okay? And it's only a yes/no question. All right. Let's see. All right. Remember, yes/no questions, guys. I'm just waiting. I'm trying to find one. Thank you for your patience. All right, Ashley, you're an Aquarius rising. Will you be successful with this new job in Denver that you're going for at the end of May? End of May. Got you. Is this going to be okay? And let me. Perfect. Just let out. Start one of these back up. I'm currently making a bunch of intention candles, and different colors have deep meanings. They're just for me, but I do plan on eventually sending I do eventually plan on selling Reiki charged and intention-based charged candles. Let me know if you guys think that would be something cool. That would be something you would be interested in hearing more about. Okay, where's the lighter? Here. But these ones are just for me. Obviously, they wouldn't be candles where the energy of my readings have been on them. There would be a cleansed area where it's specifically focused only on that person. And the cool thing I'll do is I'll have the candle scents ready to go. But then what I do is the individual person, when they purchase it, I look at their name and I ask them what intention they want for it. So if it's a love intention, if it's a like financial abundance intention based, etc., then I'll go ahead and I make the light work enchantment intention ritual on that candle with only their specific energy in mind. That's what I plan on wanting to do, and I would do it again in a cleansed area where nobody else's energy is there. Right. Let's see if this is going to be successful for you, my friend, in the end of May. Absolutely. You see, you're this perfect blend. You understand hard work pays off, but it's about harder. It's about not doing it harder. It's about being smarter with your work. You're absolutely having more than success at the end of May. You've just been going through a hard time. You've been going through a humbling time financially, but everything's gelling together as we speak, my friend. Everything is gelling to spec. Everything is gelling together. Expect an accomplished feeling this weekend. Interesting. All right. Let's see. Jenny, 𝗧𝗏𝗪𝗘, you're a Pisces, and you'd like to know, will love find you again this summer? Will love find you again this summer? Absolutely. You're having a divine masculine that's finding their way to you this summer. Okay, you're part of my June, July collective if you've heard me talk about that. So the way collective readings work, at least for most readers, is we know that we have multiple different individuals, like hundreds of collectives we channel for throughout the whole entire time that we're doing this. And they're all accessed at different points, but synchronicities happen, and then we're able to make them what we call clusters. And when we sit down for our readings, when we get the synchronizations of personal readings, that's how we know who we're helping and how to get so specific. Okay? And what I'm seeing with you, you're part of this June, July collective where it's about like these deeply confident masculines, like just, it's like overnight erupting with all of the work they've been doing behind the scenes. Okay? You're part of that collective, and allow this blend to arise. Allow you guys to go forward. All right. Let's see. All right, Kalisha, you're a Pisces. You would like to know, is your relationship going to be successful by the end of May? Is your relationship going to be successful by the end of May? All right, it's not realistic to think that this will happen by the end of May. I'm hearing it's also not realistic to think it will happen by the end of July. They have a lot of work to do, but they're still promoting it. You got a lot. I'm just preparing you. You guys got a lot and the reason you're feeling me do this intensity is because I'm just seeing the masculine making. I'm not blaming it all on homeboy, but he's gonna do a lot of cycle repeats, and it's better for you to be prepared than to get like overt, like just get angry and think that you're allowing this to happen. I mean, you're still being guided that there is much more of your time and effort needed in each other's lives. Okay? Nobody said this type of journey was perfect. A lot of people would tell you to give up on it, but for everybody, there's the one we know it's worth it for. And this does feel like it. It's not realistic for you to, after what happens, what I'm hearing, it caused a big disturbance in your trust. And it is going to take far beyond 2 months to repair that. They're wanting you, though, to know that it is more than repairable. But just like when we get hurt physically, depending on the intensity of the accident, it could take a couple of days to months to years, right? And what I'm feeling, the way your heart is explaining to me whatever occurred between you two, it's like getting like a gash in your arm and something that has to be like stitched up, and then it's gonna have to be healed, and it's gonna take way longer than just a couple of days with a little scratch. Allow your mind, your energy, that time to be able to regrow that trust. Okay. 10 minutes, guys, on the last call for super chatters. 10 minutes, and that's the cutoff for today. Everybody after that will be promised on our live stream tomorrow to be the first answered. Millie, Aries. You are an Aries. Let's see. Millie. Where'd that go? Okay. Has Jay been honest with what he's been telling you these past few months? Has Jay been honest with what he's been telling you these past few months? Divine intervention. Yeah, it's been consistent. It's not motivation. It's not telling you what you want to hear. There really is real organic growth. You were a lot happened during your time of separation. I do see spirit saying it's not that motivation won't be in this dynamic, but you're in the most important part where you can see the redemption. You can see the effort. So yeah, they're being honest. Okay, Alice, you're a Sagittarius. You like to know, will things with the Scorpio go farther? Are things with the Scorpio going to be able to go farther? Okay, this is a lot of inner imprisonment. It's the masculine's divine feminine nature that's coming from. Okay, this person has a lot of cycle repeating they're still doing attached to you. I mean, they're afraid of what happens next between you two, like losing each other. You've been able to go through so much together up to this point as friends. Looking down the road, they feel that it would be sabotage if you were to get together right now. So I do see somebody that's going to take more time. Something does say resilience, though. Something does say you have much more of your journey together. I'm telling you guys, though, the theme in today's personal readings was like almost every single one was do not give up. I am shifting into that June-July collective a lot. I mean, we're getting there. We're fucking so close. We've been channeling the June-July collective for like 5 or 7 months now. And we're getting there, and there's just so much passion and like resilience I'm feeling within you guys. It's going to be one of the most powerful romantic summers we've had in years. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All right. Okay. Frank, you're a Pisces. You would like to know, is the relationship worth the effort? Do they really care? Is this relationship worth the effort? So you're breaking self-illusion about something. You know, you're picking up on something. It's an inner paranoia. You're part of that. So you're part of our, you're part of the 𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧 collective, my friend. But remember, I'm here for you. You know how we've been channeling? Your energy is somebody that is like getting the aha in June, July. That you're the one that's getting in your own way regarding trusting this connection. This absolutely is real. Okay, but the parasite is really twisting a lot of how things are transpiring in your head. Don't let that fear, don't let others who hurt you win. Because if you let this go, they're winning. It's not an actual imprisonment. It's your own mind trying to make you think this relationship is going to be cycle repeating like it's been with others. You're just going through that time where you see if you're going to be able to step on each other's toes and get back up and continue to practice the dance together. About 5 more minutes, a little less than 5 more minutes. Last call for super chatters. A little less than 5 minutes. All right. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up quite a bit. 𝗟𝗜𝗙 Long, you're a Gemini. You'd like to know, are you on your highest timeline path? Are you on your highest timeline path? Okay, you are taking on a lot of weight, and there may be somebody that needs to be let off. There's a relationship that you are very much, either if this is a friendship, a lover, family member, something that you feel like I just need to have resilience. I just don't give up on them and everything's going to come together. What I'm hearing is, even though that's beautiful about you, you know, the sign spirit is giving you is that's actually not the case with this person. It's not that you're fucking up your timeline, all right? But there is an energy investment that they cannot open up another door until you really close this. Okay? There's a romance they need you to let go of. And it feels like they're not even in your life anymore. It's just something that still they occupy so much time in your brain. You ever heard the example? It's like people say, oh, you live rent-free in my head. Well, that's actually energetically, there's bigger meaning to that. When you constantly are thinking about somebody, you're charging their energy. Okay? And think about if there's no energy exchange going back, it's like they're also thinking positively about you, or thinking about you even as all, and being able to feel that pure intention. If you're sending all your energy to somebody that doesn't care about you or put you under the rug, they're just absorbing it, and there's nothing being left for you. Right now I'm seeing not only is this person so in your mind that they're living rent-free, they're also using your water. Use this example. They're also using your water and your electricity on top of living rent-free in your mind. They're not supposed to have redemption with you. They've made some choices. They made some left path, right path choices that your purpose in each other's life has been served. And they really are calling you to know that to get off this little bump you've been filling in the road, you got to go ahead and drop some weight that's not serving you at all. It's like carrying rocks in your backpack, going up a mountain. There's no need for it. All right. All right. I'm going ahead now, and I am writing down everybody that has super chatted up to this moment, and we'll get right into that last group of super chatters, okay? All right. So, number 4. Vickers. Got you on the list. All right. Number 5 is L3's second question. Got you. All right. And Alvin. Lastly but not leastly, Alvin. All right. That cuts off the guaranteed super chatters for today's stream. Anybody that after this point super chats is guaranteed to be the first people answered on tomorrow's stream. Okay? All right, let's scroll back up and let's go ahead and get into round 2 of super chatters. All right, perfect. And let me go ahead and light another incense. Also, guys, we're going to be doing an after stream tonight. Right away after our live stream ends here, I'm going to go on to Twitch at UncleBronze Official, and we'll do a tarot giveaway over there. For the first 30 minutes of the stream, I actually do some free readings, and then we get into the actual gaming live stream. So if you don't get picked here, you still got a chance right over on Twitch for that 30-minute beginning of the stream where I just pull people and do free readings. It's Twitch at UncleBronze Official, and if you go into my YouTube bio, you'll see the link there. All right. Perfect. Let's go ahead and scroll it back. All right, Chantel. Oh, let me go ahead. I'm going to say all of the names and the numbers associated to those names. Please make sure you guys pay attention. Number 1 is Chantel. Number 2 is L3's first question. I'm sorry. Let me just say that again. Please listen. Number 1 is Chantel. Number 2 is L3. Number 3 is Chantel's second question. Number 4 is Vickers. Number 5 is L3's second question. And number 6 is Alvin. Okay? All right. Chantel, will you find a way to get a hold of your oldest daughter's father? All these after my youngest daughter's dad, who passed last year. Happy with how I'm doing with our daughter. Okay. Well, you're not asking questions about her. You're asking about the father. You're just explaining to me who he is by telling me that it's the father of your children. So these questions are okay. If you were asking about your daughters, then it wouldn't be okay. So you're good with both of them. Will you find a way to get a hold of your oldest daughter's father after all these years and finally see my daughter? Okay. Thank you for being also a member. All right, so there looks like still quite a bit of time of if you would energetically invest into finding him, like a private investigator, etc. It looks like it would come back shorthanded. There's a divine intervention right now. It does look like, at least for a while, finding him is not, it's not that, obviously it's not that it's not important, but there's other things that your time, your energy, and your money is much more needing to be put towards. Okay? It's not that all the courage has gone away, but they're definitely stating anytime soon, it looks like it's not encouraged. He's going to be in each other's lives. All right. Number 2, that was L3. Which of the 5 house builders is right for us? Okay. All right, so which of the 5 house builders is right for us? I'm going to ask for a number in between the 1 and 5 to be picked on the card, and that is the right one. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands outwardly, so that's not the first time that they've spoken. The 9 of Coins, also not the second, not the first, not the third, not the fourth. The 5th would tell the truth. Whoever is number 5 on your mind right now, they're the only one that's going to tell you the truth. They're the only one. The first four will cave to what is going to make the business happy over the client. The second one doesn't have pure intentions. They'll oversell. Same exact thing with the third. The fourth doesn't know what they're doing. The 5th is going to be real. They're going to be like, all right, this is what comes with this, etc., etc. So number 5, they're going to be real with you. They're going to be like, okay, you want this stuff? I mean, we can make it happen, but it's gonna be a pretty penny, versus somebody that's just going to want to appease you and be like, okay, we could do that, and cut all the corners just to not tell you no, and being afraid that you will back out on the deal. So whoever in your head when you asked me that question was number 5, that's the person. All right. All right, number 3, which was Chantel's other question, is the daughter of your youngest, is the dad of your youngest daughter who passed away happy with how you're doing with his daughter, with your daughter, Isabel? Okay. Let's see. He's happy how you're doing. But he also, if you have a masculine in your life, he's not happy with who is kind of supposed to be the influence, positive parental influence that's around. Or if you don't have somebody and it's just you, I'm hearing that he wants you to be okay to fall in love again. I'm not sure. I'm hearing that when he passed on, you might have not actually been together, but you were still in love, or you were trying to see if you could figure things out. And so there's like some guilt. You know, he's more than proud of you. He's more than happy. You're doing everything you can, but there's something like of yourself. Like, he said, I want you to love again. I don't want you to be alone. So just as much as, you know, always take your time, but don't hold back love if it's because, don't hold back finding affection and love if it's because you feel guilt, like you're doing something wrong, because that's not what he would want at all. Even if you guys were never able to talk about this before he passed on, you know, have that conversation with your significant other of like, if I passed on, how would you feel about me? If you passed on, how would you feel about me remarrying, etc.? You know, setting those things of like, I want you to be happy. I don't want you to be alone. So of course, or if for some reason you have a partner where you guys don't want to do that, it's a different story. But long story short, for you, I absolutely see he's really more giving a message of you're doing great, but you need to be free as well. All right, number 4. Vickers, number 4. All right. Your question. You're just like the general pull for the week. Got you. All right, where you're commanding and not seeing, honoring boundaries as being in vain, You used to be afraid of being cold or mean, and now you're just like, if somebody wants to take me doing a happy, you've done that release of imprisonment. Yeah, you're not afraid to speak up. You're not afraid to just be like, if individuals take me changing my frequency or adapting to where my energy needs to be more put, if they make me feel bad for that, they were never deserving of me being in their life to begin with. It was conditional. It wasn't unconditional. All right, your energy Spirit's giving you is confirmation that all of those change you've allowed yourself to release, the inner paranoia when you started being like, man, am I making all the right choices? Releasing that and just allowing yourself to follow the guide. Like, I'm going to go left, I'm going to go left, I'm going to go right, I'm going to go right. I'm not going to question if I should have gone left or should have gone right. They're so proud of you, and there's been a humongous release, and they want you to continue to make all of your decisions like this. A lot of times people think there's a right and wrong choice, but a lot of times there's really more than one right choice and one wrong. It's actually about the confidence of just sticking to something. But you've released an inner imprisonment. I'm hearing that individuals you actually would be trapped in a karmic cycle are just being released. And for every one that's not actually meant to be in your life, you're promising more fruition. All right, L3. Is this person right to work with, or is it a mistake? Okay, so the one specific person you're talking about, it looks like they're not the fifth builder that we were talking about. That specific person, it does look like their skills, I'm also hearing, are outdated. So things that they know, things that they're telling you, they're very definitively and confidently that they know what they're doing. It looks like somebody that's actually kind of stuck in their old ways. So look at the other options. All right, Alvin, you are number 6. All right, is it worth going to the 2 conferences in New Brunswick and in Switzerland this summer? Is it worth going to the 2 events this summer? All right, well, the first one I'm hearing, it may not actually really lead to a big investment. It would be more of, it wouldn't be a financial networking thing per se. It would lead to more an experience, okay? If you go to Brunswick, see it as just something that's more about a vacation, and that's an icing on the cake on top of it. If you're going to try to really, really learn some new information network and find people where there's going to be the next big awakening in your career, it doesn't really look like this would be one, but it's not discouraging. It's not that it'd be for nothing, but you are going to hear quite a bit of stuff you already know. Long story short, for number 2, it does look like both are going to be big investments that could, number 2 can more in the outrun end up working for you. Okay, the second one you're gonna have to put money down to go to both. The first would be more for educational, but the second one would actually lead to networking. Okay, so neither one it would be wrong to go to, but if you want something more relaxed, the first one's going to be SO. If you want something that's more, you're going in with the mindset of being on full intentions to find a business partner or again networking, it looks like that would be the place to go. All right. Christina, you were not skipped. Okay? I said your name 3 times. You can scroll back. You did not get skipped. All right? I remember saying your name. My mods remember me saying your name. I remember your reading. So you're just going to have to be more patient when you're scrolling through. You may have to watch it from a point that you're going to have to watch for a little bit. But I know I did. Right. All right, perfect. Alrighty, guys. So now we're going to transfer over to my Twitch at 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗏 Official. Over there, we have the after stream where I play video games. But before we dive into the video games, the first 30 minutes, I also give live free readings as well. So if you didn't get your answer here, you still got time to go over there and join in. I'm going to actually just do straight from here to there before I log off. I'll make sure I'm on Twitch. And the way that you guys can get to the link is if you go to my profile and you click on the profile bio, you'll see Twitch, my Twitch link there. All right. And make sure you follow. Following is 1000% free. And that's how you'll be able to ask your questions. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and now pull this stuff up. And also, you guys can help me decide which video game we're going to play. All right. And I'll look out if anybody during this time decides they would like to go ahead and super chat. I'll make sure to put you on the list before I get off. Perfect. All right. We can go ahead and exit this out. Bring this back up. This back up. Come on. There we go. And then this as well. Alrighty, perfect. Turn this on. Put the music on as well. Alright, perfect. Got that going. Put some music on. Right. All right, logging on now to Twitch. Perfect. You don't have to sub, you just need to follow. Subbing is where you go ahead and pay for that monthly membership. But following is completely free. So you just have to follow. Christina, this is the last time I'm stating it. I know I did your reading. If I see you comment again, I'm not responding. Again, I already said it. All right. And then we're also going to pick the video game we're going to play together. All right. I'm going to go ahead now, guys, and log off of YouTube. I'll see you guys over on Twitch at 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗏 Official. If you also tomorrow we'll go ahead and be back here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for our next live reading, guys. Have a great rest of your night, morning, evening. I'll see you whenever I see you. Let's get it.